Hello, hello. Oh, hey Skittles, what's happening, dude? You doing okay? Well, I did something and now go lay down, Sam. I got my screen enlarged too big. Oh, yeah, I looked a few minutes ago. With the heat index, it's 104 here. There. Okay. Yeah, we had a bad storm last night. Just come through like quick. I got a code red alert. Wasn't even a couple minutes after that the storm hit, and I had to rush out in the yard and round up all the baby chicks and get them in out of the storm. So I was pouring, soaking wet with rain. Get in here, get in here, get in here. There goes them baby chicks out the fence. See them over here? Hang on. Where they go? Where they are? See them? Yeah, on in. I was hot, being hot and tired. But I'd give you, girl. Sprang our sprang our I don't know how many spheres. Yeah, they're little. What is it? Wire behind me. That's actually, oh, there's three of them over here. They've lost their other buddies over there. They'll all get together in a minute. They'll be all right. Hey, you guys doing okay today? Any partying going on? Yeah, these little chicks are something else. I'm going to put it right there. That way you can see the babies running across when they come through. Some of them just went out to the front yard. I was out front earlier pulling weeds out of that ditch, getting it ready. I got to weed eat that front here as soon as the sun starts going down. It's not so hot. I'll run that weed eater. But I don't mind pulling weeds, but running a hot weed eater on top of being, 104 already, it's a little too hot. So I waited on the weed eating until it cools down this evening. See, I was going to do it yesterday, and then that storm hit. So I didn't get to do it yesterday. So it's been put off for a couple of days now. And then if that mechanic don't show up tonight, or I hear from him by tonight, in the morning, early in the morning, I'm going to be hunting a mechanic, or I may even do it later on tonight, so I can get somebody over here to get that water pump on my van. I had a guy said he'd do it, but now he ain't. He's playing silly, and I got to have my van fixed by Monday, because I have a doctor appointment Monday. Yeah, I'm trying a new streaming app out, and it said that might be a little bit of lagging, and what I think it actually went out and came back in earlier. When I had it pointing the other direction, it didn't seem to want to pick up. It's doing better now. So that's why I turned it back around this way, the camera. They're over here now squawking around up underneath this old air compressor. Can y'all hear them cheeping? Cheep, 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 cheep. Yeah, there was a hawk out here flying around earlier. I had to run it off. It was making like a distress call, like it was in distress. It was out there, yeah, trying to call these baby chicks out of their comfort zone to grab them one. Yeah, I had to turn the camera around, Skittles. That's what I said. When I turned it around earlier, it didn't like facing the other direction. So I turned it back around. Excuse me. Damn. Excuse me, it's the pollen out here today. I could smell honeysuckle out here this morning. And the pollen and the UV rays are both high today. And so it tickles my back of my throat. Yeah, but the rain, hey, when you get the rain, all it does is cool it off for a minute, and the next day it's twice as hot. See, that's what happened here. Yesterday was a nice cool day till that rain hit. It felt pretty good. And now today it's smoldering hot. That's what happens. I mean, you start sweating. Hey, Joe, how you doing, honey? That mechanic still hasn't got a hold of me, Joe. I'm probably going to have to go on Facebook in the morning and give a holla out to all my bros over there and grab me just grab me somebody that'll get over here tomorrow, sometime tomorrow, and fix it. That's all I can say. Put that water pump on. I texted him early this morning, see, and I haven't heard back from him yet. Now I heard from my friend. You know, if anything goes wrong, when I do go to trial and it gets said and done, if I do have to go away or anything, I've made arrangements for my friend to come over here, pull my camper out to his place. I'm gonna put everything in there that's theftable, so that my camper and none of my camping stuff will be stolen. I'm gonna load it up and have him take it to his house till my daughter can come and get it. That was just my hotspot turning off. I've been trying to do an update on my laptop today, and it's slow, taking its time. But evidently it didn't. The connection didn't pick up out here, so it shut itself off. But anyway, so yeah, I've been busy making plans today. No way. Jose unmodded you. Well, I'm gonna have him mod you back. See, Jose's been real upset. I'll tell you why. I don't know if you was in there at the end of the stream earlier, but right at the end of the stream, just before Evan came on, somebody, a troll, called Jose's motel room and was calling the motel where he was at. So Jose was in a pretty bent. He wasn't in too good a mood today because of that, and you can't blame him. And he says it sounded like he said it sounded like Tally, but they were trying to disguise their voice. Exactly, Skittles. That's the problem. But the problem is, with a jury trial, that's why my lawyer's prayed about getting a jury trial. Even though you're innocent, things can go sideways quick about nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so, things go sideways. I go sideways. So that's just how it is. Oh, hey, Flip Flop. How you doing? Flippy. I'm going to call you Flippy. Or Floppy. Either one or the other. We're just watching baby chicks run around in the yard get into mischief today. But anyway, so I'm trying to make plans to get my van fixed so I can get all these appointments out of the way so I don't miss any courts and any doctor appointments. And also making plans for just in case anything goes sideways. I'm arranged for my son to stay over here and look after the place. Like I said, I'm going to ship the camper off to my other friend's house, and he's going to hold it there till my daughter comes to get it and take it to Oklahoma to my new property there. So anyway, we'll just see how stuff goes. It's better to have plans made than to not have plans made and then get hit in the face with a ton of bricks, and I'm going, what in the hell do I do now? So yeah, I'd rather make plans than have it go wrong, Skittles. You never know. Even though I didn't do anything wrong, I mean, it don't take much to actually beat a case if you got a pretty good lawyer or even a halfway decent lawyer. But my lawyer sucks. I'll be honest. I got a shit lawyer, and if you got a decent lawyer, I mean, all it's got to do, if you can prove, or they have to prove actually, beyond a shadow of a doubt that you committed these crimes, right? And they can't prove any of those, because I wasn't the one they busted. I wasn't the one in possession of drugs. I wasn't the one that had anything to do with any of that. There's only two charges they could even attempt to put to me, and I don't think either one of those are going to stick either, because like I said, they gotta prove I committed these crimes beyond a reasonable doubt, and there's no way they did, because I didn't. I mean, they got to find my DNA and fingerprints on a stolen gun before they can say that I had anything to do with that stolen gun. They already beat themselves. I can't tell you why, because it might affect the case, but they already beat themselves in that by a statement that the police made themselves. Okay, they made a statement themselves. I've actually mentioned this statement before, but right now I'm not going to. I'm not going to refresh anybody's memories. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm just preparing for the worst. And then if things turn out better, then I'll just be happy. Got a couple of squash getting ready to pick here. Hopefully maybe Sunday. I'll pick them and fry them up. I like to take them right out of the garden, wash them up, take them right in there, batter them up, and throw them in a skillet. So I'm going to have at least 2 that I know of, hopefully, ready to fry up. Don't forget, I got 12 people in here. Let's see if we can smash on that like button. If you're not already a subscriber, please go to my channel and subscribe to it. Ding the bell for notifications. If you like what you're getting here today and you want to get more of it, maybe you want to hear more details about the ongoing court case. Maybe you want to see how the baby chicks are growing along and faring along. Maybe you want to see how the garden's producing. Maybe you just want to see Sam and Wiggles lay around in the shade, or maybe you just want to hear me, flap my big mouth. But regardless, whatever the reason, if you like what you see here, be sure and ding the bell, and you'll sure get more of it. No, that's fine, Skittles. Yeah, we have those things happen. We can't time our phone calls around pop-up live streams. Yeah, anytime you have to go, you just take your little call or answer the door, grab the pizza, or, if the pizza delivery shows up, whatever. Oh, I don't get mad about petty things. It takes an awful lot to get me angry about something. I do have a bunch of new tomato plants coming up and some new watermelon plants that I planted from seed from a watermelon that I ate. Oh, yeah, that's pretty old. Yeah. Hell, what am I talking about? I'm getting there. I'll be 66 this year, Skittles. 4 more years, I'll be hitting that 70 mark. Hell, I guess I'm going to have to get my walker out of storage. I do have a walker. Actually, I got 2 walkers. Every time you go have a surgery, you get a new walker, And so anyway, I'll go get my walker out and get ready for when I hit my 70s. But I'm still going to be walking around this garden, planting garden plants and plucking vegetables and chasing chickens. Flippy, yeah, we're not able to discuss that at this time. That's on the DL right now. So we're going to keep that there on the DL until it's time for it to not be on the DL. And I can promise you, as soon as we're able to discuss this, you guys will be the first to know, because I will make sure and tell you. Oh, I love watermelon too. Oh, hello, How to Garden. How you doing? Yeah, I was messing out around earlier. Saw my friend VPN off over in another stream. Haven't seen much of anybody else around. Maybe they're all hiding. I don't know. Maybe they're all out somewhere at the lake having fun. A picnic. Who knows? Yeah, my dog's got his tongue out panting. It's really hot today. Rodney! Yeah, Rodney, that's what I hear too. Ain't that the shits? Oh, I'm sure there's, anytime something that big transpires though, Rodney, believe me, there's always more than one person involved. One person is not going to contemplate, something that big by themselves. It's going to take, more than one person. So maybe they're just gathering up the other people involved. Because I'm positive there'll be more. It's like when they pulled the raid here. Even though I wasn't involved, see, I got took to jail because they say I'm involved. So I'm sure they're not going to just gather up one person when they do gather up somebody for this. They're going to gather up a whole bunch of somebodies. I guess my little Jose's sleeping today. I hope he is anyway. He needed some rest. I thought that was pretty crappy though. Somebody calling his motel room. Trolls ain't got nothing better to do. Hey, them ain't my trolls, by golly. I can tell you that right now. My trolls don't stoop that low. Oh, okay, Flippy. Thank you for coming in, honey. Good to see you again. Hey, hey. Well, that's what I heard, Skittles. But I think that was all bogus, too. He was supposed to put it in the shop, and then he didn't. And so I don't know if he ended up doing it or not because I haven't heard. And I don't even know what was wrong with it. So, yeah, don't know much about that. But I've heard kind of sort of, I guess, what you heard. I don't even know. I think he's still in Tennessee though. I don't think he's left there. I believe he's still right there where he's been at for the last, I don't know how long. Girl needs to run down there and take a look-see. Somebody, she don't need to go. She needs to go down there, look, see if he's still there, and let everybody know what's going on. I'm just wondering who's supporting his habits. I think the community's about stopped helping him. I'm sure he's still got Tally and Natalie and them helping him out, but exactly, Skittles. Me too. Y'all never see me changing names. You know, I don't even got time for all that jazz. And I don't go around making videos on people. You know, I guess if I got something to say, I just bloop it right on out there out of my mouth before I can catch myself with it. I don't think one would need multiple accounts to say something and get their point out there, you know? That's just ridiculous. There goes my little chicks back out the fence again. They're being ornery. Anybody picnicking today? Going to the lake this weekend? Going to amusement park? Playing miniature golf? What's everybody's plans? Yeah, we've got a theme park here, Magic Springs. My granddaughter works out there. I'm thinking I might hit her up and get a couple of those free tickets she gets. They're not good for the concerts, but you can go out there during the day. Maybe take me a picnic lunch and go out there and spend the day or something one day. Oh yeah, they do, and they go back in their own little pen at night. They come back in on their own. My main concern is keeping them off the road. This is a private road, but I seen a car go by a while ago, and the windows was painted, and it says Encore on it, and I don't know what that was all about. But this is a private road, you know. Ain't really supposed to be anybody on it but me and this guy across the street and the guy down the end of it here. This is our road, private. But there's plenty of hiding places. If a bigger bird was to get after the baby chicks, there's plenty of places they can duck in really quick and hide, you know, so that a bird of prey can't grab them and fly off with them. Oh, how to garden? I would be in Hot Springs, Arkansas on Lake Hamilton. I hear boats out on the lake right now. One of them's got a pretty loud little radio on. Everybody's out having fun. It's 3:20. In another hour it'll be 4:20. So it's fixing to be, you know, everybody be off work for the weekend, and the partying will start. Yeah, I like farms though, Skittles. pretty good. What do they farm in your area, Skittles? Do they farm some type of corn or grain, or is it animals? A chicken farm? You know, what kind of farming are they do in your area? Oh, fruits and veggies. Cool. See, here comes another vehicle that don't live here on the street. They thought my dog was going to shoot out that fence on them. But see, they could run over one of my babies. They're not even supposed to be on this road. We figured out though, Google Maps or whatever is routing people around and down my road for whatever reason. Oh, okay, Joe. I love you, honey. You going back to work? I'll talk to you later on tonight. Maybe after it cools off. You get you something to eat for dinner and get shower up and all that. Oh, hell yeah, Howdy Garden. My dog is dead on point. You don't even have to say nothing. Oh, Skittles, you got dairy and poultry there too? That's a good thing. Yeah, that's my dog named Sam. He's pretty good. He's pretty smart. He does his job. He's training the little dog Wiggles. Wiggles is a corgi, and he's training. He's trying to train. You do that every time I get on the live stream. My friend calls. I'm sending her an "I'll call you back" note. There. I don't know. I thought them babies went out there. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, Skittles. You know, and I think it's sad. You know, my son was a farmer in Kentucky for many years, my oldest son. And the government paid him to not grow crops. And which made, just to keep the prices, you know, up in a certain area, you know, high. To me, high. I mean, look at the price of vegetables, how high they are. I'm going to run in and grab me another root beer, you guys. Hang on a second. I'm going to go grab my root beer and some chips. And I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm coming, y'all. I don't know where those babies ran off to. I got me something cold to drink. I guess some of my people left, but I had to go get something to drink. I was getting really hot. Exactly how to garden. That's what I want to do. I'm trying to grow as much as I can myself. Because here lately, I haven't even been putting out any trash in my trash can in the last 3 weeks because I haven't been opening cans. I haven't been doing any of that. I've been eating out of my garden and my yard. Oh man, that's sad to see, Skittles, plowing it under and dumping the milk. You know, that's sad. But yeah, see, if I had the space, my garden would be 4 times this size. At least 4, maybe 5 times this size, because I'd probably have a area this big alone just in corn. How do you keep them? How do you keep them from the berries from going bad if you don't use them up right away? My raspberries, it's so hot here in a few days. Do you keep them in a refrigerator or something? Because mine will go bad. Mine will start fermenting. Mine will be making wine, raspberry wine. I have raspberries, not blackberries, but same thing. I go out. I done been out there this morning, picked a couple handfuls and ate them early this morning for breakfast. I ate grapes and raspberries for breakfast this morning. Yeah, jam is good. Jams, jellies, preserves. I like them all. I like preserves the best. Yeah, I bet them crates of strawberries going to be high this year too. You know, and I didn't even plant any pumpkins. But I don't eat enough pumpkin to suffice really growing pumpkin. I got my favorites out here. Cabbage, bell peppers, tomatoes, squash, cantaloupe, watermelon, that kind of stuff. Oh, and broccoli and Brussels sprouts. But my favorite things. That's what I grew. My favorite stuff. Oh, you just freeze them? Oh, yeah, see, I don't have a freezer. Oh, mine have been fruiting, Skittles. My raspberries, man, they've been fruiting. I don't know, for few weeks now. But I think it gets hotter here quicker, probably. But the grapes ended up being grapes. I didn't get grapes on my vines this year. So maybe next year I'll get grapes. And I'm glad to pick these green beans again here before long. They get big and hard quick if you don't pick them pretty quick. They're too big and hard to eat for green beans. You have to dry them out. Oh, I got a couple of mulberry trees here. And boy, they produce. That big one in my front yard, the yellow birds. You know, it's so big, it's probably getting close to maybe 20 feet tall. It's pretty tall. But the yellow birds kept cleaned all the mulberries, plucked all clean off of it this year. And the other one is a smaller one, and it's in the chicken run. So the chickens pretty much eat that one. What happened was I didn't get the leaves raked out and under it in time to get a tarp down to catch the mulberries when they fall. How to garden? Do you have to use a root stimulator on them to make them get roots pretty easily? My son brought my mulberry trees and gave them to me, I don't know how many years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, I guess. Actually, you can get the berries themselves. The berries themselves are seeds. And all you gotta do is just squish them down into some dirt and water them and watch them come up. I don't know if getting them from seed would be healthier than clones or not. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, how to garden, thank you. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I know some plants will not root without a root stimulator to make them root. My big boy tomatoes, I finally got one turning ripe, or two. I got another one starting to turn. Old big red rooster, he's in there. He's making a little cluck trying to get the hens to come over there, telling them there's a worm or bug over there, and then he gets them over and breeds them. He tricks them. Oh, it's just faster. That makes sense. Yeah, I never do any cloning. I do everything from seeds. That's why I didn't know. It's always good to ask, though. Plus, it helps other people to learn, too. Share the knowledge with everybody when you know little things like that. That's what these chat rooms are good for. Skittles, I do the same thing because I'm positive that some of these plants in this yard, the seeds were brought here by my birds that are here. And that's why I take care of the birds that come in. Make sure they get their seed and and plenty of water, and my little squirrels too. Yeah, I've got 3 squirrels that come and hang out with me, and they stay up in the chicken run, and in those trees up there. What do you do with that many mulberry trees? How to garden? Do you sell them? Oh, cool. Craigslist. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Lots of buyers there, I imagine. There's, I'm not sure. Is elderberry a bush or a vine? Skittles? Because I don't know if this vine out here on the ground is elderberry. It's actually a vine. It's growing all over the ground out here. But I'm thinking elderberry might be a bush, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I'm hearing thunder off in the distance. Gonna get some more rain. Yeah, that's what I thought. I haven't seen any around here, but that don't mean there's not here. We got every else kind of wild plant in the world here, so we probably have elderberry. I'm sure we do. If I walked around out in the woods, I bet you money I'd find one or two. That's where I got my yuccas. My yuccas came out of the woods originally. I dug them up and brought them up here and planted them, and now I get babies off of all these, and I just keep replanting more yucca here and there. I think I'm going to stand out in it and take a shower when it gets here today. Sure is awfully hot. But I figured with the humidity and how hot it got today, we're probably going to get us another little rain shower later. Not a lot, probably. We'll get some. It'll cool us down just so we can burn up tomorrow. Yeah, I should do a dance. Get Red Road Warriors in here to help. Me and her boys. We'll get out here and dance. Bring in the rain. Been going 47 minutes. Hasn't dropped off yet. It says right now buffering or temporary intermittent internet can happen, but I don't know. Usually when those tropical storms come in, we catch the tail end of every one of them here. Off the East Coast, huh? It don't matter which way they come from. That wind will start cutting around, swirling around, and the next thing you know, they're dragging in here. Most of our bad weather. Oh, and you can always tell when winter's coming because the storm will come from the north. The north and the west. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if it's going to rain. If it don't rain, I'll go ahead and water the garden. But if it rains, then I won't need to. See, I watered yesterday, and then we got that big old rain. So that gave it too much rain on the garden. I don't know, Skittles. You still might get it. But out of all my plants, these Roma tomatoes and these peach-looking tomatoes have been dropping the most fruit off so far. I'm trying to see if I get any super huge vegetable that I could enter in the fair this year. Because I might could win a blue ribbon, you know, on the fair. Yeah, me too, Skittles. Oh, dang, it's down a foot. Huh. Well, you know, they lower our lake about 3 feet at the end of every summer. And it don't come back up until spring. They lower it that much. So in the wintertime, you can't even go down here and go fishing because the water's too low. You can go fishing, but you got to go somewhere else on the lake. Yeah, my big rooster, Big Red, he tried to fly up on the perch one evening to get up there to perch on that door of the hen house. He missed. He caught himself on the power line, and I think he got a little shock out of it. He got the hell off of it pretty dang quick. Yeah, but I didn't grow any pumpkins. I'm going to have to see about watermelons or watermelon or cantaloupe, something like that. Actually, I'd like to get a huge tomato out of here. As soon as I get my van fixed, I'm going to go pick up more compost. And I'm going to compost the hell out of these plants. There's mama babies. There's my babies. I got a buried rock and a Wyandotte, whatever you call it. Let's see. And there's a black one over. Still looks like a guinea to me. And then the other one's an Easter egger. I'm not sure what that black one is. He sure walks hunkled over like a guinea. Doesn't even act like a baby chick. And it's pure black. Oh yeah, that rooster got a shock of his life. Yeah, that's what these I bought at Walmart and ate. It was a sugar baby. And I've got 3 seeds growing off of it, but I planted some sugar babies in the garden. I'm not sure if any of them came up as doing anything or not. I'll have to recheck it and see. I ain't got as much time to stare at the garden because I'm too busy watching all these baby chicks. You know, these chickens, I wonder if their feet hurt sometimes, you know, because all they do is run around on this gravelly ground, you know. I always wonder if their feet hurts. But that little Easter egger, she sure is looking pretty. Actually, I think that's what that one is too. I got two, I think, Easter eggers. You can always tell them by the green legs. It's funny, watch those little yellow chicks and white ones when they grow up and feather out, and their feathers are always some other color. They're never yellow when they get grown. They're always some other kind of chicken. Oh, how to garden. This will be, I've got the baby chicks. I don't have any adult Easter eggers. What it is I've got a rooster that is a crossbreed of 2 or 3 different breeds of chickens, and one of them happened to be an Easter egger, I believe, because I'm throwing some Easter egger chicks from what I'm hatching out. And they got a little red head on them and a little red beak. But their little feet come out green. Oh, okay, How to Garden. Well, thank you for coming in and visiting. Yeah, I'm just sitting around being bored. I thought I'd kick a stream up in case anybody wants to come in and chit-chat. I know my arms is scratched up. I got pick holes in me from those raspberry stickers. The stickers on the raspberries. What's the matter, sweetie? They're over here. Look, they're over here. She climbed up on something and she's hollering. Oh, get off them buckets before you fall in there.